Hello people, today I have with us from number 57, the Armored Puppet line. This is Esis, and Esis is a very interesting unit from the number 57 line. It's a 124 scale model kit. You can see that she is quite gold, and so is her universal base, which is really cool. This one is a early run version, which is like the first run version. It includes this little guy up here, and as a bonus to buying it early. Everything else that you see is actually included in the normal kit. So you get this really cool Sphinx guy. He actually transforms, and I will show you that in a bit. And you get the wonderful model kit, the female core body, and Esis that goes around her. So just like the rest of the number 57 line, you get the core body and then armor that builds on top of it that has a theme. So like the Mr. J is a core body, and then you build on the pirate parts. This one was a female core body, and you build on Esis. This has been a very exciting model kit for me since I saw it. It's been one that I wanted to get since, prototype images came out. The Yui of the Yui Armored Maid that came out was the first female, but this one is definitely quite a lot more stylized, where you get Yui, who is just a maid. Not to say that diminishes her at all, because even as a battle maid, that's pretty cool. I just think that the Egyptian theme is a lot stronger on this one than the maid is on that one. That said, you do get a lot more options on Yui than you did on this one. The trade-off being that you get a lot more accessories. So you don't get optional parts, you get accessories, you get this throne, you get the nice guy right over here. And I think that's a worthy trade-off. He's definitely an add-on that I love, and I'll show you some of why I like that the most. And I'm willing to say, hey, I don't need at least three different armor sets for this gal, because honestly, she has 3 different optional sets plus transparent colors as well. So they give you a ton on this one. And while you can buy multiples and use different things, you do end up with a lot of extra. And it's not wasteful per se, but it can be thought of as wasteful, because each one of the 4 that I have all have extras. It's not like it was just one that I got extra bodies for and added the armor on top of. You can do that with the males, because you can get the core bodies on their own. But with the females, they're just in these sets as far as right now. But with that said, let me go ahead and take Yui out of here, and I will show you what else this thing came with. So first off, the weapon that she's using here has 2 swords attached to it. Those can come right off. I think they're called shotels. They are attached to that really cool Ankh-looking cross. I think it's a staff of some sort. It's a really cool-looking piece. That end there is really sharp, so she can use that as a weapon. Or if you so desire, you can use it to cast spells, things like that. Whatever you decide the use is. But it is very cool, and those extra swords on the top are definitely going to add to its usefulness. The weapon, or the stand here, is actually a weapon. It looks like staff, but I turned that one upside down to hold the bird, because he has a very special small peg on his chest, and it just so happens that this one fits. So you can see that's a very small peg. I think it's 1.5 millimeter, not the 3 millimeter that we're used to. But this guy is an extra that you won't get in later runs, but this early run you'll get some of these. I'll show you some more about him later. You also get this cool axe, and this axe actually separates at the tip here. This slides out. I don't know if that's like a throwing knife or something like that, but extras are always cool. And you get this wonderful looking throne. This is in that metal injection gold, which doesn't look terrible in person, but it is hard to see in the camera, the weird mustard color that it is. But it is packed to the brim with detail, so a paint job will make this shine. There are other uses of it, I'm sure, because they are pegged and lined with these here grooves, and I haven't figured out why yet. I'm sure someone more clever than me will put these together in a cool way. The universal base here, let me get these two out of the way, comes with a couple of extra accessories like these here. These are really cool. That background is incredible. I love the gold inlay here. Looks really good. I think painted it'll look a lot better. You get this really cool brick looking floor, or you get this industrial setting in the back here, or a industrial floor on this side. So you aren't just limited to the really cool Egyptian theme, although I do really like that. Now back to Esis here. She does come with the multiple hands that you normally get with your number 57 kit. And she does come with decals for her eyes. I just didn't put them on yet. It comes with the same colors actually as Yui, so you get green and pink, and you can use those as you will. They do also come in the gray form, so you can put even more of those decals on there. They come with 6 of them. I am missing a red gem inside this hat here. Inside this headpiece here, there's supposed to be a red gem. I lost it. I knocked it off of the thing, and I don't know where it went. I will find it eventually, or else I'll try to make a copy of the other one because I do have 2 of these. So as far as add-ons onto this one, if you've seen any of my number 57 reviews, you will know that she is quite articulated. You know, you have a really nice neck here that moves quite a bit on a ball joint at the top for the head, so you can do anything that you need ball joint related. She has a peg and ball joint inside here, so her shoulder moves freely 360 degrees all the way around. This one here is on a hinge, so you can make it look more militaristic with it out or downward and give her a nice casual look. In my opinion, that looks better. You have just the single joint here, so you can move it just past 180 and just past the 90 degrees here. This wrist is actually a lot stronger than the one that comes with her normally, but at the expense of it is very difficult to turn that tiny rubber ball joint inside there. So pull it out, turn it to which way you want it, and then put it back in. That's the best bet. There is a joint inside the chest here to the lower torso, so you can get a crunch all the way down like that, and you can lean it all the way back like this, so just a little bit further than 180, and then that is on a ball joint, which becomes important later, and I will show you that reason why afterwards. Each of her side skirts here is on a small joint. These ones in the back don't move too much, but the ones in the front can move quite a lot because of her legs, and they are on a little tiny ball joint just like that. Put that back real quick. Her legs are on a ball joint on this one here, this peg, so you can move that one as much as you like. It does go 180 degrees, 360 degrees, but of course her armor is going to be in the way of that. This does also rotate here at the top of the thigh. That is the only rotation you get here. And then you have a double jointed system on the knee. So there's a joint up here and a joint down here. You can move quite a lot with the leg. And then at the very end, you get a ball joint at the foot, just like this. Nice and easy, goes together, rotates, and has some flexibility in where you move it. So that is our Esis. Let me go ahead and show off the features of the Sphinx. And so the Sphinx is actually a transformer. I want to record the video, but it is going to take a little while, so I'm going to go ahead and pause it, transform it back into its coffin mode, and show you guys what that looks like. So that guy actually turns into a sarcophagus, and his tail is removed to become another one of these curved swords, which is a really cool one. In fact, I think this one is my favorite of the weapons that come with this thing. Next, we come to the bird, and this bird is actually packed with a couple of features here. There are some articulation points on this guy, so you get a head rotation right here, so you can have him face forward, or straight out, so it looks like he's flying. These guys come out this way. You have a nice rotation at the bottom here, and the back wings actually curve in, so you can move that however you want. This tail also moves upward, and the reason for that is so actually you can use this as a decoration for either the throne. That'll actually peg into the throne at the back here with a small accessory peg that it comes with. And also, it can plug into the back of the girl. So let me show you that. All right, so you need this special adapter, which is the 1.5 millimeter port to the 3 millimeter. So that goes on in there, maybe. There you go. And then that can either port to this here to give it that nice big look. Let's see, right in front of the camera, how about that? I'm not gonna push it in too hard because I wanna take it out. That's like this, and I think that's an absolutely wonderful look. Or it could be mounted to the back of her just like that. There are also another set of pegs for just the wings, so you can use just the wings on her back, and it makes it have an even different look to that. You can kind of imagine it. But I do like the way it looks with that ring in the middle. Alright, and before I go, the last thing I wanted to show you was that you can actually combine Esis with the Sphinx here, and that is such a cool look. So, I mean, you get that centaur type, four-legged creature, and I just think that one's really cool. With some paint, with some love, I think that's going to look amazing. And it does go on quite easily. You just pop the head off of the sarcophagus that's normally here, and you pop the bottom section of Esis right onto here. That armor does have to be pushed down all the way so it can go in properly. There we go. And there she is. So you have quite a lot of flexibility with what you can do with her now that she has 4 legs. Those wings also pop onto the back here if you wanted to do that with the bird. Just something else that you can customize. And I think that's a really cool setup. She is one of my favorites from the number 57 now. It's climbing to the top really fast. I think with paint, she's going to look a lot better. Now, you can see the gold here, but it looks a lot better in person. It's still very flat in terms of coloration. Just one tone. It's a lot of gold, especially with all the accessories. They're just gold. Now, with that, I wanted to tell you guys that I bought her for only $21. So with the base, with this kit, and with the chair, and all the other accessories that you get, I think it's definitely worth the price. You might find her for a little bit more expensive from US retailers, but I can link the AliExpress store that I get them from. And if you don't mind the boxes being a little banged up, it's definitely a good one to try. But with all that said, I want to say thank you guys for watching this video. Esis is a really cool one to build. I hope you guys get into the number 57 line. It is definitely one of the better ones out there. In terms of cheap and how many different things you get in the box, I will say this over and over again. There's a lot to a number 57 kit. So you guys definitely want to get one. But with that said, I will say goodbye. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys next time, or you'll see me. More than likely, you'll see my stuff. Bye-bye.